Man, it's been a while since we heard that music. And I told y'all last video, Kyler in Dallas is a scary sight. This win right here keeps him at an undefeated 8-0 record in AT&T Stadium. The guy's a demon. And for some reason, and I really don't know why this is, but Dallas looked off today very early on. From drop passes to Dak missing throws to countless holding calls, Dallas just didn't look like themselves. And well, Arizona took full advantage of that. But even though Dallas was off, they still had a chance to come back, but I feel like this play right here is what ultimately won us the game. So the Cardinals ended up going 3 and out on a drive, which ended up giving Dallas the ball back down 1 score early on in the fourth quarter. And Dak started that drive by throwing an absolute laser to CeeDee Lamb for a ton of yards. And I was honestly just sitting there like,
oh, here we go again.
But right after that play happened, Dak had to avoid the pressure, which caused him to scramble up the middle of the field. And honestly, things were looking good for Dallas. That was until Isaiah Simmons came out of nowhere and punched the ball out, which caused a fumble. I honestly feel like this play right here is what sealed the game completely, because just a couple minutes after, Prater hit a field goal, which made it a 25-14 ball game. And Dallas was still putting up a fight even after this happened. So who knows what would have happened in this game if Dak didn't fumble right there. With the way the Cardinals offense kind of cooled off, Dallas might have won that game. So shout out to Isaiah Simmons for not giving up on the play and causing that fumble. And Cowboys fans, although you guys lost, one takeaway you guys can have from this game, and you guys probably already knew this from the beginning of the season, but Micah Parsons is that guy. Like I said, most people probably already knew that, but I haven't watched many Cowboys games this season, so I barely gotten to see him play. But man, from what I saw today, he's gonna be a superstar. He was flying all around the field, dropping back in coverage, and he was even containing Kyler Murray at times. The guy's a beast, and I'm glad he's not in our division. And going back to the Cardinals side of things, Budda Baker, Chandler Jones, and AJ Green have all been playing at an elite level as of late. And I mean, what better time to amp up your play than 2 weeks out from the playoffs? In these past 2 weeks, Budda Baker's been flying all around the field, and he's proven to everyone why he's the best safety in the league. Chandler Jones is heating up right now. In these past 2 games especially, he's been getting a ton of pressure, and he even had a strip, which for some reason didn't count as a sack because apparently Dak was able to throw it incomplete. I don't know. Still a great play by Chan regardless. And in DeAndre Hopkins' absence, AJ Green has stepped up big. I mean, technically all of our receivers are stepping up big, and we'll talk about that in just a second. But AJ Green finished today with 3 receptions for 74 yards, and he even torched Stephon Diggs on this double move right here for a massive gain. If AJ keeps playing like this, our offense is going to flourish, and they're going to be almost impossible to stop. But D-Hop, I still miss you. And speaking of those other receivers, Antoine Wesley and Christian Kirk stepped up big today as well. Wesley was balling out today, and he had 2 touchdowns, and this is something I didn't know until I saw this tweet, but his story is also pretty incredible. Apparently, he didn't play football in 3 years due to an injury, and Cliff had him at Texas Tech, and he told him that if he stuck out and preserved, that there was going to be a spot on the 53-man roster for him. And like you see in the tweet, he had 2 touchdowns today and was absolutely balling out. And going to Christian Kirk, he's proven to be the best deep threat on the team. I mean, let's be real. If we're looking for a deep ball, it's probably going to Kirk. But overall, I'm really liking how our guys are stepping up in Hop's absence, and I'm really hoping we can keep this up. And really quick, can we just talk about Jonathan Ward's catch? This is, in my opinion, the catch of the year, and it's not even close. This gave me major vibes of David Tyree's helmet catch in Super Bowl whatever it was. And I mean, it's just overall ridiculous. This play was just crazy. And something that's kind of crazy to think about is the impact that Rodney Hudson has on this team. When he's playing this year, the Cardinals have a record of 9-2, and they're 2-3 without him. Like, when you talk about impact players on a team, he should be at the top of the list. Because the record comparison with him on the field versus off of it is literally night and day. So what I'm gathering is as long as he's on the field for us, good things are going to happen. So Rodney, please stay healthy for the rest of the year. I am begging you.
Please! Please!
And staying on the same track of offensive linemen, Josh Jones continues his false start frenzy, but I mean, at least he's playing decent. He does need to get his false starts under control though, because literally this game, he cost us a chance to score when we were on the 1-yard line because he ended up getting a false start, pushing us back 5 yards. I mean, we still could have scored, but what's easier, scoring from the 1 or scoring from the 6? Obvious answer, it's scoring at the 1.
Boom! Quick mess!
This is a playoff game and we end up settling for 3. That could come back to hurt us, so we gotta limit these penalties come playoff time, and this is something we need to correct.
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
And also, it's safe to say that Matt Prater's back. I mean, to be fair though, his only 2 games that he really struggled in was when he was missing Aaron Brewer, who was our long snapper, and Andy Lee, who's our holder. But now that he has both of them back, he's back to normal. I told you guys there was nothing to worry about. And one more thing I want to say is shout out to Vance, Joseph, and Cliff. They called great games today and all 3 units played amazing. So shout out to everybody on the coaching staff. But this is a huge win going into the playoffs, and this still means we have a shot to clinch the #1 seed in the NFC West. I mean, we need the Rams to lose and we need to win next week, but never say never.
I will never say never.
I really like the way the team looked today, and I just hope we build on this and continue to make strides going into the playoffs. But with that being said, that's pretty much gonna wrap up today's video. If you guys did enjoy, consider hitting that subscribe button. I post NFL and Arizona Cardinals related content, so if you're a fan of either of those or both of those, this is the perfect channel for you. And one more thing, let me know down in the comment section your guys' thoughts on today's game. Whether you're a Cardinals fan, a Cowboys fan, or just an unbiased football fan, make sure to let me know. But like I said, that's all I got for today's video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. It's been your boy Mythic. Peace out.